Hi Aquarius, I'm Jophia Mind Tarot here to do a midnight reading. I hope you're doing well and that tomorrow will be a great day for you. I decided to do a spiritual message here to see what comes out and what Spirit wants you to know. And if it speaks to you, give me a like. Okay? I forgot to say that in the Pisces reading, but you know, so that the message could go out to those that need to hear it. So I'll be first using what's this called? The the African Gods Oracle. Let me shuffle here. Let's see what happens. Aquarius. A little upbeat all of a sudden. Let's see. Aquarius. Spiritual message. Spiritual message for Aquarius. Let's see what comes out. Okay. So we have how many cards? Okay, that came out of the bottom of the deck for Pisces, which is Ofun. There are times to seed and there are times to flourish. Mm, okay, so we have Elia Shibura. Hopefully, I'm saying this correctly. A cruel truth is better than the sweetest lie. It's giving me the sense of being truthful to yourself, not seeing things for what they are. We have OD. To persist when everyone else would give up is the road to success. And then Ogunda, stubbornness only brings unnecessary wars. So that's number 6. So we had 5, 4, 6. There are spiritual numbers that as we proceed, I'll go over the spiritual meaning of those numbers. So let's go into the unexpected, no, not the enchanted map. Let's see what comes out, what messages come out for you, Aquarius. Ooh. I know 5 represents changes, 4 stability, and 6 harmony. So it flipped over. Let's see here. All right. Maybe with these cards, you feel like everything has been, flipped over on its head. I'm just saying. So if you feel like, everything is like up in the air right now, maybe this is the message for you. Let me just shuffle a couple more times and see what comes out. Okay, I have another one. All right. Go ahead and touch it there. And expect the unexpected. Okay, follow the leader. Okay, so there could be a leadership role. Oh, and we have Dragon's Lair. So those 2 cards and at the bottom of the deck come into life. Okay, so it's kind of she almost like looks like a phoenix, right? Coming out of the ashes. Emerging from like this period of stasis. All right, let's see what are the soul's journey cards. What's in store for you? And she's coming out of, of that, I don't know, it's like almost like a tomb, like a sandy tomb with this gem, in her hand. So we maybe achieve some kind of enlightenment, or almost like the star. Star is your card, Aquarius. So let's see what comes out here. Ooh, that's a lot. Well, let's see let's see what's here. They all came out in a bunch. So accepting. I'm learning to accept things I cannot change. So we have regret. I know that I cannot change the past. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. Envy. I am the same as everybody but with different challenges. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Yeah, with that number six, harmony and love, which also came out for Pisces. Okay. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So let's adjust these cards here so that we can all see them in the on the camera. Well, at least most of them. Right, and then we have this, and lastly we have the tarot cards at the bottom. So let's see what comes out for you. So it could be something regretful that happened, something that you cannot change, but that you learn the lesson because you finally saw both sides of something, and that you recognize that maybe the other person as well as yourself are dealing with different challenges, and that give you more peace, and help you to practice more love, self-love, love for others, compassion. Okay, so that's what those series of cards tell me. I'm not sure where on the timeline you are, but this is, that's what I'm seeing. Oh, we have Queen of Cups here. That means, expression of love. Queen of Cups. Oh, we have the Lovers, which is Gemini. Queen of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. One more card. Oh, two more came out. We have the Chariot and the Eight of Wands. Okay, so the Eight of Wands is Sagittarius. So with the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck, it could mean some kind of, inner conflict within yourself, or it could mean conflict with others. And through conflict, like, it kind of sparks something within you. With all of this, they're reaching towards the light here, that spark, that, you know. So I'm just having a look at the cards here because um, according to what this card is saying, this was an intense relationship, you know, um, very emotionally charged. You could have been in a relationship with a Cancer or have Cancer in your chart. And there's a feeling somehow that if you reach out, you are afraid of conflict here. So I'm not sure if you're holding, and then with Dragon's Lair, I'm sorry for laughing, but with Dragon's Lair here, it almost seems as if, okay, if I reach out, it's not going to be good. I'm not sure who fled from the situation. Why the Chariot though? Let me see if I can clarify why the Chariot. Why the Chariot? Why is the Chariot here? I'm just using another deck just to figure out why the Chariot is here. Let's see what the Chariot is here. Because it could be moving away from a kind of a negative, from a negative situation. You had to flee from it. It was kind of intense. Or somebody coming towards you with communication. So like, why the Chariot here? I just want to be a little more clear. Okay, yes, somebody wants to communicate with you. It's saying here the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles is the earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. So you can have um, you know, earth sign in your chart. You could have been the one that left, or maybe someone left you. But it seems like a love relationship with an earth sign. Really intense. But it changed something within you. Okay. And it's to me it's a home situation, because with the number 4 there, it reminds me of, like the home. Let's look at what the meanings of the numbers are. I'm seeing the number 4, which is stability and structure. Which I see that King of Pentacles here, stability and structure. But it's something that happened that's regretful, So that's why I'm seeing it with all of these cards here. You grew from this, or someone did. Someone established their own independence. Maybe had a leadership position. King of Pentacles can also mean husband. So if you are the husband, you probably left. Doesn't have to be, but okay. So let's look at the Eliash number 23. So number 5 talks about change, adaptability. So let me look at the first card here, Egilash Bora. No, I'm butchering these names, but it is a positive card. It talks about the person having charisma, polite, diplomatic, a bit seductive. So you know how to be persuasive, and have, even with the hardest things, you approach everything with a smile, on your face. Obviously, it'll be on your face. Um, but it's important, Spirit is saying, is people could be wrong, but don't lie to yourself. and and blaming others without looking deep within. um, you have to assume responsibility for mistakes being made, and also being too serious, you know, and enjoying the peaceful moments. Okay, so with OD, that's number 4. 3 and 1 is 4. Yeah. So this relationship seems to be challenging and or and intense. You know, you persisted with it though, and it seems as if you just took it on as if it was something to overcome. Um, and you really persisted with it. So you gave it your best shot. This relationship. So moving away from it, whomever moved away from what, however this relationship broke apart, um, there was no lack of effort. Okay, especially with that love, you gave it everything. You know, whatever challenges were put forward, you thought about, okay, I'm gonna push through those challenges. There were the 5 of Wands, right? But with this 6 here, Uganda, someone was being stubborn, possessive, jealous. Someone didn't want to ask for help. Now, not being, what's the word? You got to be careful sometimes how you say things. But with this earth sign here, earth signs, do have a tendency to be a bit stubborn. Aquarius, you're a fixed sign. Stubbornness could also be, I mean, no judgment, but Aquarius is a fixed sign, you know. Um, Taurus as well is a fixed sign, and I see Earth here. Yeah, but there's a lot of conflict and a lot of communication, you know, and not accepting help, you know, possessiveness, difficulty in taking responsibility. So let's move on now to the other two cards here, because with follow the leader, it could be about who's going to take leadership, or somebody's taking leadership, but it's not in with the best. um so I don't know if you saw, if this is an example of poor leadership in a relationship. Spirit is asking you to, like, show what a good, you know what good leadership is. If this is not love and it is business, which I don't really see, but it could mean that it's just between two. What is good leadership here? What have you learned through this conflict? It's this, whatever you experienced, because it said experience of battles won and lost, tears shed, places discovered. You're now with whatever you experienced in this dynamic, it taught you a lot. And now you're able to lead others. You see here, there's the key. She's holding this gem. And to me, that's almost like the gem of wisdom, coming from a place of, stagnancy, being held back, like being stuck in the mud here, and then emerging with this crystal, of knowledge, of um, coming to life, of, that discovery, you know. And following the leader is like now you see, how it is to be in a healthy partnership. Okay, don't not being afraid to voice concerns. And if no, if there's no exchange of, of communication, one person is being stubborn, then you know where you stand. Being clear about your intention and desires. Okay, so now this has taught you a lot about relationship. And finally, with Dragon's Lair, let's see what that says here. But it doesn't look as if, with these cards here, it doesn't look as if at the end of it all, there's any real animosity. It's more of an acceptance of what has happened, and knowledge of, well, moving forward. If you're moving forward with a particular person that's stubborn and immovable, you know where it will lead to, you know, but not really continuing with that conflict. It's more of a accepting things of how they are, walking away, um, and just like knowing, okay, if I reach out, what will happen, and intuitively knowing that. Yeah. So this relationship was challenging, It was intense, it was challenging. You could have ignored the red flags for a long time, right? Very tempted. It was shrouded in fantasy. It had you stuck for a while. So yeah, through this difficult, because with a dragon's lair, I mean, when you're in the dragon's lair, you can't really see, right, what is really going on with him. I mean, you can see things that's really scary, but it's like someone led you, or you led yourself into a dragon's lair. It seemed so nice and, beautiful, and, made up beautiful things, but it was a lure into like a dragon's lair. You just followed someone into a dragon's lair, and you would stuck there for quite some time, you know, and finally you were able to escape. And now that you're out, what will come out if you reach out to that person. But it's not as if you're not accepting things as they are. You're learning. You kind of accepting that that you can change the past, but having, commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. So this experience that you had, you learn from it. That's all that's saying. All right. So I hope it helped, and I hope it resonated. Aquarius, please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Okay. Take care, Aquarius. Bye.